Hey everyone, this is a cut edition of the coaching I just did with the Challenger top laner, where we covered Aatrox and Renekton matchups. Thank you all to my patrons. We just hit 75 patrons and 60 coaching sessions uploaded. I'm so glad you guys find it useful. Anyway, enjoy the coaching. Okay, great. So let's look at the Renekton one. We have 25 minutes, so we'll make sure.
This matchup, I was not sure how to play it in the sense that
you had no idea what TK
obviously. Well, no, I play Tankens top.
Oh,
right?
do you?
But
okay.
It's like, yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that there's almost no like situations I can actually reliably kill him. So I just try and play wave management.
Okay.
So
yeah,
that was my thought process going into it.
Okay. Right, so I don't know if you know this, but I'm a Renekton main. It's by far my favorite champion.
I did not know, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I'm really nitpicky. But yeah, this matchup, a lot of the time it becomes a Stonewall that you just win. Because yeah, you don't really have the damage to kill him. You can something you can like chunk him down to really low at level 2, and then there is dive opportunity if your jungle's pathing top. That's why I didn't like your plan to let push in, because there's lots of problems with letting it push in if the gank isn't completely free. So like it depends on your jungler. Okay, how good is the jungler ganking? Lilia's kind of trash, like kind of ass, right? So if it was like Elise or something, like obviously, it's 10 times.
I almost always call for like level 2 dive if I have an Elise, if I have a even a Kindred or something like that.
No, for sure.
Anything with a lot of damage, like reliable damage.
But what you did this game was you let it push into you, and there's big problems with letting it push into you unless the gank is so free that you can. The big one is that if you let it push into you, you can't hit the wave. Or you can't hit the enemy, you can't get Fury. You have not got enough urgency to get Fury. It's really, really bad. And then when you do have Fury, you piss it away. You actually you don't have, you have to obsess over Fury. You absolutely have to obsess over Fury. So let me show you. All right, because you let it push in, you never auto the wave, and that's fine, but you could auto him as well. I'd be desperately trying to trade autos. Yes, it gives them a grass proc, but you get Fury for the gank setup, right? That's the whole point of it. And potentially for like Q trades, and you out-sustain him. So here you just get 3. Also, the first Q you do is really significant, right? So you could potentially look to auto this and get a Q on him. And what you do is you look for knock up bone plating. That's the big thing, right? You scout for bone plating. But you knock off his bone plating like at 2.5 minutes in, and it's illegal, right? Really, really illegal. That's what your Q is for early. And that way, after you knock it off, you can go for auto Qs. And that just does a buck ton of damage.
Yeah. I'm pretty like I understand pretty much everything there. I think for me, as I said, it was more of a decision making on how I wanted to play the matchup in isolation rather than setting up for ganks. So should I actually, like, because I barely ever like actually talk to people in solo queue, right? Should I actually just be asking? Because I would not play it this way at all if I had comms with my jungler, right? If I knew whether or not he wanted to come and kill top, then obviously I would play the matchup extremely differently, right? But I'm just thinking about it in isolation. And in isolation, I want to play.
Okay, yeah, then that's completely different. I thought you were doing this because you had jungle pathing top. Because the only
reason... I did it. My thought process was I have a Lilia, right? We're probably not going to be able to dive him because it's a time Kench. So I just want to play wave management and get as much of a CS lead as I can until like an item state where I can actually kill
What you were doing was letting it push in so you could freeze, right? Yeah, you can't do this. Okay, so the main reason is I made a climb this year to about 1k on Renekton alone. And even up to about like GM like higher, nobody plays around level 2. It's disgusting. Like, I kill people level 2, like really high LP for no reason. So in solo queue, please play off of level 2. Like, it's so important.
Yeah, just build up Fury,
get 50 Fury and go for level 2.
Fighting. Yeah.
And then you could chunk him, and then potentially there's a dive even with a Lilia. Genuinely, there's potentially a dive. And it's hard, but like there's a world it happens, so you should take it. If you let it push in, you have no Fury, you have no trades, and you let him get through lane for free. This champion's dog shit early, like absolutely dog shit. Everything is front loaded onto Q, right? So just if you avoid Qs, then you can actively trade. Like here, walk up Q, knock up bone plating, back off, and then you do the exact same thing, but you also knock up bone plating and create a trade, you know?
Yeah, I 100% is me going, I don't want to trade in the wave because it will push. And I did not want to push.
Yeah.
So exactly. I think if I take the different philosophy for the matchup, then I should probably I would hope that I would play it that way.
Yeah, exactly. But then you also do stuff that are unrelated to matchup, like your Fury, right? So you have to get 50 Fury ASAP. We haven't been 50 Fury yet.
Yeah, I could be autoing there and it doesn't affect the wave. So
exactly.
There's no reason not to. Yeah.
And then good. You see what
Yeah,
I?
this is what I like. Again, this is like bad habit in the sense
Yeah,
that
you cannot.
I
do
should
this.
not getting that CS. I should just see it and go, I didn't get the CS. I
Right.
keep the Fury and it's fine, right?
It's yeah.
But instead, I'm like, I fucked up the CS. I need the CS, so I
Yeah, so
keep.
just ask yourself, is 14 gold worth 50 fury? And the answer is
No,
never,
exactly, it's not.
right?
Yeah,
So
exactly,
this
exactly.
actually hurts me, okay? You cannot do this. You cannot throw away your fury.
That's the knee jerk response to something like negative happening within the
Yeah.
lane, rather than
Just give
like
up
a
CS.
measured response.
Yeah, exactly. It's just one CS, and it sucks, but it is how it is. Anyway, it happens again and again and again. So you have 50 fury here again.
I think that's got to be like probably the most prevalent habit I have for laning phases specifically, because I had the same thing happen in the Aatrox game with the QEs.
I think then for sure what we
away.
can write down is like it's just one CS, right? Like is 14G/21G worth your long CD? Because I can definitely see you farming with W on Aatrox because you thought you were gonna miss it, right? That's what a lot of people do out of frustration. Maybe not.
I think I only do that. I will do that for cannons.
Yeah, fair. Then do it for cannons. That's completely fine. But once again, watch.
I think it's me undervaluing just Fury as a whole as well.
It's your whole champion. You Fury is like everything, right? So just for Renekton going forward, Fury is everything. And what I say to people is just try and have urgency to get Fury / maintain Fury for a reason, right? And here the reasoning would be is like you've got a gank set up, so you want 100 Fury, so that you could dash on him, and then you still have empowered W. So there's something.
I think every single time that I dashed on him, I didn't have the Fury for empowered W,
and it was always
or I played it differently. Yeah, exactly, because I did notice that when I was watching that.
So you empowered E the first 2 ganks, and that's illegal. You should almost never empower E. Empowered W always does.
Utter trash.
Yeah. So here you should have 100 Fury now, and then he would be scared to even walk up to the wave. And then let's see.
What's the timer for when Fury starts decaying? Is it like 10 seconds or
out
something?
Of combat. I'm not sure. Let's take a look. Renekton wiki roll. I'm actually not sure.
Because I wish that stuff like that was actually like easily accessible.
After 12 seconds.
12 seconds. Okay.
Yeah. I thought it was 6 seconds. So it's a lot longer than I thought. Yeah, you could just hold it forever.
Yeah, because if it's that long, then there's no reason for me to ever not have full Fury in like a tank matchup.
Yeah.
Because I mean, this can't be like that much different to a lot of like more common tank matchups for Renekton.
Yeah, exactly. And almost every tank matchup, just think, you want to kill tanks in lane. How you beat tanks is you kill them before they get tanky, and that's like after the first recall, right? So the fact that you're not trading before they get like Bramble, Ward, and shit like this is illegal. You have to kill them before that, otherwise they stonewall you, and you can't.
I think this playstyle is actually like thinking about it now, like in hindsight, this playstyle is even worse because if I were to play this way in comp, right, everybody is just going to handshake being down 20, 30 CS
exactly.
versus a Renekton. They just don't care. So
let's get resists. You must trade before they get resistances. That's how you beat.
100%. I think that's just the wrong. I took in the wrong philosophy for playing this matchup.
Yeah, you could W that.
I wanted to save. I wanted to save my W until he W'd. That's why.
Yeah,
I did that.
I understand that as well. Yeah.
Like I feel like the damage and the
for sure.
duration is just not worth it. So
it makes sense. Just here before ganks. It just sucks because we can't do it now because we have no Fury. But like ideally, you'd have 100 Fury, and then you could freely queue him. And before gank setup, before dive setup, before any plays, you have to knock off
bone plating.
You have to knock it off, right?
Yeah.
Are you thinking about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am. It's just it's really me trying to figure out the like most consistent way we can actually kill him. And I'm feeling that he needs to be further up. That's why right there I path back to try and bait him back in.
Yeah, of course.
Any other champion,
I see the micro.
I go before that.
Yeah.
But
TK.
I also feel like a better player like doesn't fall for that micro. You know?
Yeah.
Like they should know.
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. But it's much higher. Okay. We. It's fine. Just Fury urgency. Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Now let's see. Your Lilia.
What should I actually do for this wave? I wasn't too sure how I should. So I just basically said to myself, my Lily is dead, right?
Like, okay. Let's take a look at what happened. So she ganked before 330, which is common now, and then she gets the thingy,
And then she goes straight
for
for
this. She assumes you have prio to do this, so get prio,
okay.
right? That's what she's
Okay,
assuming.
yeah.
You can Q
And then
inside.
I just if I hard shove this wave, then I can just
Yeah,
go and I can help her with that.
you can hold the Fury to Q inside the entire wave that's coming, and then you just push.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's
And
a
then,
much better way of playing it. Yeah.
but yeah,
Because there's no like the what I'm gonna deny like maybe 2-3
yeah,
CS
there's
from
no
slow
punish
pushing
for
it. It's
there's
just
no
not worth
punish.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. The slow push is usually good, but there's no punish for the TK if he leaves.
Here there's no yeah.
Yeah. And then you recall, and what do you buy?
This I have not. I think
Oh.
I'm just so unused to like preseason changes.
Okay.
Like I wasn't sure. Like it feels like going what do you call it? Going for even just going for Gore Drinker first is just like
just go
it just
Hydra.
feels like
Just
it.
go Hydra.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
It's I was just saying it feels really rough because I would want to go like Blade of the Rune King, right?
Yeah.
Even in this matchup, I would want to go Blade of the Rune King, but then like I would still want Hydra because Hydra's really strong, and then also Shojin can be like really good in situations. Like it's more of me just trying to think, well, what do I go? And then if I go for Blade of the Rune King, by the time that I get my mythic, it's going to be so late. And I would not get Hydra.
You can't. So Blade kind of died.
That was my thought process.
Yeah, Blade kind of because you used to pair off Blade with in this matchup pre the preseason you would have gone Blade Sunfire Aegis and it would have been the best right versus this. But
which Sunfire which one would you go?
Preseason?
Yeah, before preseason.
It would have been Sunfire Aegis for the tenacity on the mythic as well as DPS to kill this.
Oh, Aegis, yeah,
They have quadruple melee. So on the flip side, Gore Drinker also is really good against the quadruple melee, right? So the build
it had a lot of value later on in the game.
Yeah, for sure. There are a couple of builds here that you could do. Well, like 3. The standard build right now is Hydra Gore. I don't think that's the best here. It's okay. Omnivamp's good versus TK because he's just loaded into
power. Yeah, you could just Hydra and then just permanent push, and then if you're proxying, you can't be punished.
Yeah, you could also Gore Black Cleaver. You could also Gore Shojin. That's another sleeper build that has a really high win rate right now. I haven't tested that, so don't take my word for it.
Do you maybe think about going Cleaver? Not Cleaver? First. Not first, but second. Like, how valuable is Cleaver here?
Cleaver, it's okay. It's not the best. I guess you don't have that much physical damage, so it doesn't benefit you that much.
Yeah, it's not helping my team. It's just me.
It's by far like the best. Like it's such a good 1v9 item. Although like Shojin might just replace that right now. I haven't tested that yet, so I'm not sure.
Because the only thing is I have no real armor pen outside of Empowered E. Yeah. If I'm not going Cleaver.
Yeah. So. The thing is, nothing will really save you now for the next 5-10 minutes because you haven't killed him. You haven't put him behind enough early to the point where any item can save you until you like complete an item. In which case, he's still going to be tanky unless you get a Bork.
I think I end up going.
You go.
I don't. Oh yeah. But I think I should have been thinking about what I wanted to build prior to the game. I was not thinking about it prior to the game.
For sure.
I do some of the time, but this is definitely one of those games where itemization is very important, and I just was not cognizant of it.
You went the right thing. You like go into heavy melee is good, and then just be careful with AoEing the wave. You can auto more. Be more dependent on auto. You can just auto attack, right? You're not auto, but you Q the wave, and you know.
That's me undervaluing Fury. Definitely.
Get Fury exactly, and you don't have Fury again, right? So even here, you have time to.
I should have you can see that I should have the Fury as well. Like that's the worst part because I'm one auto away from having Fury.
Exactly.
For power.
Good. I'm gonna bold this. Oops. And then here, like I said, you could auto. Sorry, you could R then W here. You had time in the animation, but it's okay.
Yeah.
And then. Your Lilia does. It's like.
Oh wait, yeah. No, actually, this was the main Lilia invade that I was talking about. This one, I don't even think you can defend like the Lilia on this. It's really hard for me to shove that wave in, even as Renekton.
Yeah, it's really hard, and it was just a support roam, right? Like it's just broken, so I don't know.
Yeah, so I just say, look, she's dead. I'm just
gonna push for a play. No, that's fine. The other one was a bit... And then here's another example of don't buy Kindle Gem. Kindle Gem's one of the worst times in the game. Please just go Caulfield and kill him. It's really hard, but a situation might arise where AD is good.
No, I think that's like really important. Like for making the distinction between like champions that scale like especially hard on just
Yeah.
raw AD, like you almost always should just be going Caulfield.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. It's just if you don't have the damage, you're not killing him. And solo, you have to kill your laner. Like I can't stress that enough. Anyway, let's see. Wait, actually, there's something else I want to put. Play for level 2. People are terrible around it, right? Then you could do loads of stuff, like you can hit level 2 with your Q whilst also going in. Like there's so many things, but yeah, don't let it push in. Unless you're against something like a Nasus or a Shyvana that just can't play the game if you let it push in. That's fine, but this is... TK can kind of play the game because he has reliable escapes and shit like this, you know, like it's
Actually, you probably even have to play aggressive. Like if the Nasus is going Comet 3.E as well.
Yeah,
like you should probably just play super up.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played against that in like fucking years.
But people, I've played against it quite a few times actually.
Oh, okay, that's really odd.
I don't know whether or not people are coming back in, and that's like what that was when I was playing like 400 to 500 LP.
Yeah, fair. No,
I think it's when the changes came in for Nasus.
Shred armor. And then
I'm just holding my W.
Yeah. Oh, rip W.
Yeah. I should have... I think I should have thought about the fact that he might just try and flash. Like at that point, if I just W him,
if you just
he
W,
dies.
Yeah,
he dies before he can do anything.
Good.
Yeah. It's just I'm so tunnel visioned on holding it for when he's going to start his W, but he's not going to like... He's not going to. He's just going to die if he doesn't flash. So.
You've got Gore and base. You can chill. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, and we can look a bit more into mid game here. I don't know if you want to lost this game.
I won this game, I think.
Okay, brilliant. Let's take a look. You could do something better. My internet is just dying, and I don't know why.
It might be YouTube as well. I had that issue with YouTube.
Really weird. I'll just lower the quality a little bit. Okay, I don't know what the fuck is going on. That is weird. Let me close everything
YouTube
else.
was so disgusted with my Fury management. They just said, no, you cannot watch.
It's all good. Okay, let's see. So don't...
I was not sure how I wanted to play this wave. I think I shoved this wave because I'm thinking, well, I'm much stronger, right? I have my Gorgon now. I want to try and push this advantage before I just get outscaled. So rather than freezing for, I don't know, like an extra 10 CS advantage.
Deny? No, yeah, for sure.
I should just shove and start pushing my weight around.
It's hard to say, right? Because if you shove and crash, like you could just wait for the wave, and then you can't counter jungle because minions, like camps are like tanky the power.
Yeah, it takes like 10 fucking years.
Roam doesn't work because you have no flash. So, what do you do?
It's tough. Yeah,
there's no real option. I think the best thing you could do is probably drop a pink ward on Krogs.
I think I was gonna shove, and then if he stays in lane, I was just gonna start proxying. Yeah. And then just assume that I can 1v2.
I think that's a bit scary. With the chain CC, like TK, the only way TK kills you right now, and you always have to respect it, is splitting you into tower. Chaining. That kind of invites that. I think this is a situation where you just can't do anything, and you just have to wait.
So do I just hold the wave then?
I genuinely.
I mean, it feels really bad, but it might be the correct decision.
But just think about item advantage, right? He has no armor yet, and yes, he has loads of passive armor. It's kind of disgusting, but you do have significant lead. Maybe you can try and force out a kill, right? Maybe and it's really difficult, and then you potentially force him to recall, and you get plates. The goal should be plates. So trades have to happen before that, right?
Which is why, again, it's like really hard versus a Tom Kench, because I mean, if I'm trying to go for plates, then I'm setting myself to get essentially altered.
There's a world you can go demolish and play for demolish procs, and that's something you can do on the tower. But again, it's scary if you're not ahead, right?
Yeah.
Now this matchup's definitely a Stonewall one, but you are just 10 times more useful than he'll ever be. So yeah, look at this. If you were by your tower with a freeze, like this is huge, and you just keep doing that, and then you eventually push and you win. So anyway, oh my god, that was nasty. Okay, so. Whoa, what is this?
I TP'd because I'm thinking I can't do anything top, like we had just spoken about.
But you are,
right?
He's nearly dead.
I mean, can I set up for a kill? Yeah, I guess, yeah. And then I actually proxying is completely free then, because there's no way I can die. Yeah.
Whereas you TP'd as you saw this, so I kind of get it, but you have the thing is you have no flash, right? So the odds of it working are way lower. If you had flashes, I'd maybe see it.
I'm thinking they're immobile, they're stuck there. I'm not going to necessarily... obviously, we've just spoken about it now, right? But I'm not going to necessarily be able to do much in top lane. right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking this could be a swing because Drake's up as well. Akali's moving down,
Yeah.
right?
I'm
I
not
just
going to
want
use
to make sure
hindsight
that
that
we
it
win.
worked. I'm not going to use hindsight that it worked. I'm going to look at like when you TP'd, you
No,
didn't
I
have
didn't do
flash.
anything actually.
Yeah.
If you play it through,
Okay.
I did little to nothing, right? Like, but we were winning this fight without me being there.
Yeah,
Right?
but you couldn't have known.
I
Like from here,
yeah,
this doesn't look.
I can't know
Yeah.
that the fucking
So
the
I
Lily's
understand.
gonna get
I
through that
understand why
slate.
you TP'd, but if you had flash, then sure. I think that's the main thing, right? Just fight with flash because like you're not a champion without it, really.
Well, here's a question for you. If
Yeah.
I'm playing, if this exact situation, obviously not 1-to-1, right? But if a similar situation like this happens in comp
Yep.
compared to solo queue, do I make this TP?
If you have flash, I think you gotta be realistic.
So nothing changes about it.
What you can do and what you can't. I mean, it also depends. Like, where's the enemy? Wait, I can't tell who these champions.
Well, mid lane
are.
is moving down. Yeah.
Mid lane is moving down.
Yeah. Like she shows on vision like in a couple seconds.
In comp they might just cool down. Like if there's a world like your team gets chunked, and then they get threatened of dived.
And then there's also Drake up as well, which is what I'm thinking about. So.
Yeah, and you also got a nice crash, right? And realistically, he's gonna push us back so slowly. He's probably not gonna get a play, right? Because it's 13 minutes. I think the TP's fine then.
That was the way I was thinking about it,
yeah.
but I do agree. Now that we're talking about it, I think that for solo queue specifically, just pushing my advantage and not flipping on this, right?
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't change the game like enough to warrant me TPing over just either setting up for a dive or taking
the
a play.
channel takes so fucking long. So you can also have the flip side of the coin where they say, okay, they're TPing, let's back off, right? They'd be so on board with that, you know?
Yeah.
And then this TP never works because like ideally like you'd have a flank TP, but you just can't because it's pre-14. So I'm hesitant to even say this is worth here. And if you're in competitive and you kill your top laner, you're just taking 5 plates like constantly and like doing this, that's worth a lot too, you know?
Yeah.
And the odds of this working are way higher than this. Like I'm gonna be real. From what we saw from here, because of the flash. I want to make that.
And actually, as you said it, like them threatening dive, I can just TP when they're threatening
afterwards.
dive.
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
I was thinking
There's
about
no
that.
reason.
Maybe you couldn't because he'd be pushing back, but yeah, probably.
No, I mean, I have item advantage.
Yeah.
Like I can just press 2 abilities on the wave instead.
Exactly.
Because as I said, I ended up doing nothing. Bot lane has to go into top.
Yeah.
We do end up setting up for a kill on Akali, so that was good, but yeah.
Nice cancels. Ooh.
I'm just kind of sitting here though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I try and hurt her top because that's the only way that we can ever kill.
Just want to see this. I think you don't need to E, right? That's the thing. A lot of people do this. You're dependent on E. You could literally just walk up and auto attack, right? More dependent on autos, and then like she's forced to E away, and then you still have both E's, right?
Okay.
If you dash in, then you put a timer on your E. You can't chase when she gets away. You know, be more dependent on literally just walking up. Just walk, right? And then you funnel her into Lilia as well. That's something you can be thinking about too. But yeah, don't always have to open up trades with E. But that's the thing. It's just important micro. This is all champs like with dashes that are long, decent cooldown. Anyway, let's see. Wait, I want to see how you ended up here. Oh, you just walked down. That's fine.
I just walked back.
Yeah.
I think I just denied like I don't know, like a few CS. I'm not doing much. I think I should probably be trying to swap back into top because I'm not going to get an awful lot done down here.
You should be trying to get Fury, because you never have 50 Fury to make a play, and then you make the play without it. Right? Just hit the cannon a couple times. It won't slow push that much quicker. There we go. But the entire time you could have it. Anyway, let's see.
Oh, was this one? This might be when they come down as 3.
Okay. You have flash, so you could get out, or
I just stay to play up the.
It's either you hold flash and die, so you have flash for dragon, but you might not need it versus comp. So that's
I didn't want to show until she'd used all her energy, so she uses her energy. I don't need to lead with dash. I agree. After
a little discussion.
Especially when I know that it's likely to be a 1v3. My dash is pretty important.
And she doesn't know where you are, so she'll face check you. So
yeah.
Renekton. We'll just make a Renekton tab. Why not? And don't depend on dashes to engage.
Versus other
walk up and AA.
Actually.
Then you have dashes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. No. You ult for Fury, then you have empowered W.
Yeah, I should be ulting before. I think it's because
Nice.
when I'm playing...
I would flash into Akali, but like this is still nice. This is still good.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I mean, I think I would probably just live, even if I took like a full combo
Oh,
into
but you
her
can win
art.
this.
Yeah, exactly. It's like not even
Yeah.
close once they all go in, and I
Yeah.
get like three melee fucking gold drinkers.
Yeah, no, it's really nice. And then you recall, and let's see what you do.
I just walk back top, Herald spawning, so.
Yeah, you walk back top, and you walk nice pathing.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure, just
And
in
then
case
just in
some
case-
clown shit happens.
This is
which
fantastic.
did.
No, this is great. This is great.
I just walk through tower because I know that I can't die since I have R and gold drinker.
You don't have the... Okay, so you don't...
I have no way to get Fury, I'm pretty sure.
No. You don't... I'm just looking at your cancels, right? That's it.
Oh yeah, I could
W
cancel into
gore,
gold drinker.
and
But
you
I
don't
feel
need
like
gore.
yeah, the gold damage doesn't change anything, so I'd rather keep it for the heal if I need it.
Okay. I just don't see a world where you need it. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, I mean, when I do this, you know.
Okay. I feel like we kind of stayed on the tower for a while. I mean, it's okay though.
I mean, I'm thinking the only way first off, I can't die full stop, and second off, they can like be in a situation where they think they can kill me, and then that can happen.
And gold drinker damage is minuscule. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Okay. And yeah, I mean, this is just... Your mid-game's good. Your mid-game's solid. In solo queue, at least, I don't know what you look like in scrims. Comp, you have to play differently. You can't just run around the map. You have to go sideways.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was going to be like sorting out LFT stuff and probably scheduling some tryouts. So I was going to probably like book another session once I had some VODs from scrims.
Yeah. Oh, you got Shogun. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I wasn't sure, as I said, I wasn't sure what was going to give me the most value in this game.
Yeah.
Probably just Hydra. Like, it's just disgusting.
It depends how much armor they have. Like, if they have a lot of armor across 4 people, then Black Cleaver's going to be... Like, if she has Seekers, if Nunu's tank, if, you know, you're against Tahm Kench as well, Black Cleaver's going to get a lot of value, honestly. You're going to 1v.
Yeah.
Because CDR's super nice as well. Regardless, this was fine. This was good. Building a BF sword super nice on thingy as well. But yeah. So the thing is, in comp, you have to play mid-game very differently. This is something that I struggled at, and it didn't click for me for a long time when I was playing comp, was... You have to just, like, in solo queue, you can't trust your teammates to fuck around. You know when you went here and then you went back around just in case something happened?
Yeah.
You can't do that. You have to, like, you have to go here.
Yeah.
Trust your team won't do something stupid, right?
And if they int, then you still made the correct play because that's not on you.
And constantly going from scrims where you do this, sorry, where you do this, and then going to solo queue where you do this. I kept mixing.
It's a hard adjustment.
Yeah, that's really hard. But if you're fine with it, that's good. Okay, we'll wrap it up there. We've got stuff to talk about. Is there anything we missed off the list? A lot of it's like micro, but just some things. Itemization, early. If possible, just go damage and kill your laner. This is a solo queue thing, but honestly, in comp too, you should just get a lead solo as well. That's really important.
Well, especially with a champion like Renekton, who has to have a lead. So
exactly. So I will say this, and then what else? Did I miss anything? Never waste slash get it, trade autos with enemy, like do loads of stuff. Okay, and then
I think the only other thing for me is if because I'm probably, whilst I will narrow down like the champions that I put a lot of time into, I'm probably not going to change like playing a lot of champions. Like that's the way I enjoy the game.
Yeah,
and that's like
for sure,
my biggest like positive. I do think that I need to be like a lot more aware of the minutia for like champions like Renekton, right? Like obviously going from the Aesop sword to the Renekton VOD.
Yeah.
Like the Fury stuff and the Fury management, because ignoring the way that I chose to play the matchup, right? We've spoken about that. Sure. But the Fury management is something that I can easily fix, right? And I do in a lot of matchups.
Great.
But I think what happened in this matchup is probably the fact that as you said, I'm swapping between so many champions that there's gonna be games that fall through the cracks because, as I said, it's not like I'm playing like 3 or 4 champions and then one of them is Renekton, so I have a bunch of Renekton games like in a short period of time. This might have been the first Renekton game in, I don't know, a week or so, right?
Yeah, of course.
So games like this will happen. So I probably need to be more aware
So what I recommend you do about this, right, is so you don't just forget about it or whatever. I've given you the list, right?
Yeah.
Especially with Renekton, I think your Aatrox is more than fine. Like it's way more than comp ready. It's really good. But like Renekton, play some solo games of Renekton. I know you don't like to one trick, whatever. That's fine. But at least like one or two where you focus on the Fury thing, and then it's a habit, and then you can take a break from him again. You know?
Yeah. What I do most of the time is I will play like uh 10 games of a champion like in a row, like
Mm-hmm.
a large volume of one champion in a row.
Okay.
And then I might swap to another one and then
Okay.
swap to another one and just try and get that kind of just get the minutia down in my head, right? So it's there.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably the best thing I should do. Like if I'm identifying, if I go into like, because obviously I'm recording these games, right? And if I go and I look back, right, and I see something like that, then that should
Yeah.
be like an indicator for me. Hey, I need to go and put in, X amount of games into this
Mm-hmm.
champion and make sure I got it down.
Of
So
course. Of course.
that's what I'll probably try and do.
Okay. Okay. I think then we'll wrap it up there. Anything you want to ask before we close it up?
Uh, I think there was something specific to Renekton. I'm just trying to remember what it was. Uh, yeah, it was about in general, because as you said, you Renekton's like one of your main champions, and you
Mm-hmm.
played up to 1K, right? So in general, for solo queue, one, how good do you think Renekton is, right? And two,
Uh,
what's your general like philosophy for going into carrying a game of like high elo on Renekton? Because
I
that's
have
something I struggle with.
Okay, I have a video where I literally talk through my entire thoughts of a game. I like scripted it, so it's exactly what I was thinking. And that I'll just
Okay.
send that to you. Also, the
Yeah, sure.
general thoughts were like perfect early game, literally perfect early game. Every single Q hits, every single Q. How do I not fuck up absolutely everything? And then best wave management early, literally perfect early. You cannot fuck up once on Renekton. There's a lot of pressure when it comes to playing Renekton, and he's really mentally taxing to one trick, because if you cannot fuck up, and when I play solo queue and like say I lose, I look at that first mistake. It's all on that.
And it's all a trickle down effect.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Okay.
you are just irrelevant afterwards, right? So absolutely, you perfect early game. It's by far my best portion of the game, right? You could probably I focused on the early game a lot in the coaching. Like so yeah, early game for sure. And then what else? Matchup knowledge and spacing. Like learn every single matchup, how to space them, and like